Listen to me very carefully because what I'm about to tell you is going to change your entire financial life. I'm Kevin. Ori and I have been building wealth, destroying debt, and creating financial freedom for over 40 years. I've made millions. I've lost millions. I've learned every single lesson about money the hard way so you don't have to. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 5 to 7 years. Not 30 years, not 15 years, 5 to 7 years. And no, this is not some gimmick. This is not some scheme. This is not clickbait. This is a proven strategy that works if you have the discipline to execute it. Now, before I tell you exactly how this works and give you the step-by-step plan, I need you to do something for me right now. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, because this channel is about real wealth building, real strategies, and real results. I don't waste your time with theories. I don't give you fluff. I give you actionable plans that work in the real world. So, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get into this together, because what I'm about to share with you is going to either inspire you or terrify you. But either way, it's going to open your eyes to what's possible. Here's the truth that the banks don't want you to know. When you take out a 30-year mortgage, you're not just buying a house, you're signing up to make the bank rich. You're volunteering to be in debt for 3 decades. You're agreeing to hand over hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. And most people never even question it. They just sign the papers because that's what everyone does. Well, I'm here to tell you that what everyone does is stupid. What everyone does keeps you broke. What everyone does ensures you'll be paying the bank for the next 30 years of your life. Let me give you some real numbers so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let's say you buy a $400,000 house and you put down 20%, which is $80,000. That's a good down payment. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You finance $320,000 at 7% interest for 30 years. Your monthly payment is about $2,128. That sounds manageable, right? That's less than a lot of people pay in rent. You can afford that. So you sign the papers and you buy the house. But here's what they don't tell you at the closing table. Here's what's buried in the fine print that nobody reads. Over 30 years, you're going to pay $766,000 total. Let me break that down for you. That's $320,000 in principal, the money you actually borrowed, and $446,000 in interest. $446,000 in interest. Let me say that again so it really sinks in. You're paying $446,000 just for the privilege of borrowing. And $20,000, you're paying more interest than the actual loan amount you borrowed. $320,000 and you're paying back $766,000. The bank is making $446,000 off you over 30 years. That's insane. That's highway robbery. And the worst part is that most people just accept it. They think that's normal. They think that's just how mortgages work. They never stop to think that there's a better way. They never stop to think that they could keep that $446,000 instead of giving it to the bank. That money could change your life. That money could fund your retirement. That money could pay for your kids' college. That money could give you freedom. But instead, it goes to the bank. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to accept it. You don't have to be a slave to your mortgage for 30 years. You don't have to hand over nearly $500,000 to the bank. There's a better way, a much better way, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you how to pay off that mortgage. In 5 to 7 years, save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars and achieve financial freedom decades earlier than your neighbors. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Kevin, I can't afford to pay extra on my mortgage. I'm barely making my regular payments as it is. I've got car payments, credit card debt, student loans, kids' daycare expenses. I get it. I hear you. Life is expensive. But here's the thing, and I need you to really hear this. If you can't afford to pay extra on your mortgage, you can't afford that house. Period. End of story. You're living beyond your means, and you need to make changes because staying in debt for 30 years is not a plan. That's a prison sentence. That's financial slavery. But for those of you who are willing to make sacrifices, who are willing to get serious about wealth building, who are willing to live differently than everyone else so you can live better than everyone else, this strategy is going to set you free. This is how you build real wealth. This is how you become financially independent. This is how you win the game that most people don't even know they're playing. Before we get into the specific tactics, let me explain why paying off your mortgage fast is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. And I'm going to give you reasons that go way beyond just the math. Although the math is compelling enough on its own, first, you save an absolutely massive amount of money in interest. In that example I gave you with the Trinval 1T1 mortgage at 7%. If you pay it off in 7 years instead of 30, you'll pay approximately $80,000 in interest instead of... That's a savings of somewhere between $3,600. Think about what you could do with an extra $366 in your lifetime. That's not theoretical money. That's real money that stays in your pocket instead of going to the bank. That's retirement money. That's generational wealth. That's financial freedom. Second, you eliminate your biggest monthly expense. For most people, their mortgage payment is the single largest check they write every month. Once that mortgage is paid off, you own your house free and clear. No more $2,800 payment every single month. That money stays in your pocket. You see and invest it. You can save it. You can use it to build wealth at a rate that's impossible when you're sending thousands of dollars to the bank every month. Your life fundamentally changes when you don't have a mortgage payment hanging over your head. Third, you gain peace of mind that most people never experience in their entire lives. You can't get laid off from your house. Nobody can foreclose on you. Nobody can take it away from you if you lose your job or the economy crashes or anything goes wrong. You own it outright, free and clear. You sleep better at night knowing that no matter what happens in the economy, no matter what happens with your job, no matter what crisis comes along, you have a roof over your head. That's paid for. That security is absolutely priceless. You cannot put a dollar value on the peace of mind that comes from owning your home outright. Fourth, you open up opportunities that are completely closed to people with debt. When you have no mortgage payment, you have options. You can take a lower paying job doing something you love. You can start a business without the pressure of having to make a huge mortgage payment every month. You can retire early. You can help your kids. You can take risks that people with mortgages can't take. Freedom creates opportunity. Debt destroys opportunity. Fifth, and this is something people don't think about enough. You build wealth at an accelerated rate once the mortgage is gone. Think about it. If you're putting $2,128 per month toward a mortgage for 30 years, that's money that's not being invested. But once that mortgage is paid off in year 7, you can take that entire $2,800 and invest it every single month for the next 23 years at a 10% return, which is the stock market's historical average. You'd have over $2 million just from investing your old mortgage payment. That's the power of being debt-free early. Now, if you're starting to see the power of this strategy, if you're realizing that maybe you don't want to be in debt for the next 30 years, if you're understanding that there's a better way, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach more people who need to hear this message. And drop a comment below. Tell me, how much do you owe on your mortgage? How many years are left on your loan? What's your interest rate? Let me know. I read the comments and I want to hear from you because your situation might help someone else realize they can do this too. All right, let's get into the actual strategy. How do you pay off a 30-year mortgage in 5 to 7 years? It comes down to 5 key tactics that work together like a machine. You need to use all 5 of them together. 1 or 2 won't cut it. 3 or 4 might get you there in 10 or 12 years, but if you want to do it in 5 to 7 years, you need the full arsenal. This is war against your debt, and you need to fight with everything you've got. Tactic number 1, make bi-weekly payments instead of monthly payments. This is the foundation. This is where you start, and it's simple but incredibly powerful. Instead of making one payment of $208 per month, you make a payment of $164 every 2 weeks. Now, most people think that's the same thing. They think, well, half the payment twice a month is the same as one full payment once a month. Wrong. And this is where the magic happens. Here's why this works. There are 52 weeks in a year. If you pay every 2 weeks, you make 26 payments per year. That's 26 times $1 or $6. But if you pay monthly, you only make 12 payments of $2,800, which equals $2,600 per year. See the difference? By paying bi-weekly, you're paying an extra $1 per year without even feeling it. That's one extra full mortgage payment every single year. And you barely notice it because you're just splitting your monthly payment in half and paying it more frequently. Now, why does this matter so much? Because that extra payment goes entirely toward principal. It's not paying interest. It's not going to the bank's profit. It's reducing the amount you owe. And when you reduce principal, you reduce the total interest you'll pay over the life of the loan. This one simple change, just this one tactic, can cut years off your mortgage. On a typical 30-year loan, switching to bi-weekly payments can reduce your payoff time to about 24, 25 years. That's saving you 5 or 6 years right there. And you're doing it without dramatically changing your lifestyle because you're just splitting your monthly payment in half and paying it every 2 weeks instead of once a month. Here's the key, and this is important, so pay attention. You need to make sure your lender is actually applying these bi-weekly payments correctly. Some lenders, and this makes me furious, will just hold your money until they have a full monthly payment and then apply it. That defeats the entire purpose. The power of bi-weekly payments comes from reducing your principal balance more frequently, which reduces the interest that occurs. If they're holding your money and applying it monthly, you're not getting the benefit. So here's what you do. Call your mortgage lender. Ask them if they have a bi-weekly payment program. Most major lenders do. If they do, sign up for it immediately. If they don't, you can set this up yourself, but you need to be careful. Some third-party companies offer bi-weekly payment services, but they charge fees. Don't pay fees for this. You can do it yourself. Just make sure that when you send in your half payment every 2 weeks, you include a note or instructions saying to apply it immediately to principal. Most online banking systems allow you to set up recurring payments, set up a payment for half your mortgage amount to go out every 2 weeks, and monitor your mortgage statements to make sure it's being applied correctly. Tactic number 2, add extra principal payments every single month. This is where you really accelerate your payoff. This is where you go from paying off your mortgage in 25 years to paying it off in 5 to 7 years. Every extra dollar you pay toward principal is a dollar. That's not accruing interest for the next 20 or 30 years. Let me show you how powerful this is with some real numbers on that $3 and $20,000 mortgage at 7% interest. If you pay just an extra $300 per month for principal on top of your regular payment, you'll pay off your mortgage in about 18 years instead of 30. You just cut 12 years off your mortgage by paying an extra $300 per month. That's $10 a day. Most people spend more than that on coffee and lunch. If you can find $300 a month in your budget, you can cut 12 years off your mortgage. But we're not trying to pay it off in 18 years. We're trying to pay it off in 5 to 7 years. So you need to pay more, a lot more. If you can, pay an extra $2,000 per month toward principal on top of your regular payment. You'll have that mortgage paid off in about 7 years. Your total monthly payment would be $4,128 if you can pay an extra $3,000 per month, making your total payment $5 of $128. You'll have it paid off in about 5 years. I know what you're thinking, Kevin, that sounds impossible. I don't have an extra $2,000 or $3,000 lying around every month. I know you don't. Nobody does. That's why you have to create it. You have to earn it. You have to find it. You have to manufacture it out of thin air if you have to. This is where most people give up. This is where most people say it's impossible. They say they can't do it, but I'm telling you, you can. You absolutely can. You just have to want it bad enough. You have to be willing to make sacrifices that other people aren't willing to make. Here's how you find the money. And I'm going to be very specific because this is where the rubber meets the road. First, you cut every single unnecessary expense in your life. And I mean everything. I mean every single dollar that's not going towards survival or building wealth gets cut. Cancel every subscription you don't absolutely need. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Spotify, gym, memberships you don't use. All of it gone. That could save you $100 to $200 a month right there. Stop eating out. This is huge. The average American family spends $300 to $400 a month eating at restaurants. Some families spend $600 or more. If you're eating out 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're throwing away thousands of dollars a year. Cook at home. Meal prep on Sundays. Pack your lunch. Stop going to Starbucks. Make coffee at home. These small changes add up to $400 to $600 per month easily. Stop going on expensive vacations. I know this one hurts. People love their vacations. But you know what? You're going to have plenty of time for vacations when your mortgage is paid off and you have an extra $2,128 per month to spend. For the next 5 to 7 years, your vacations are camping trips, visiting family, station, no cruises, no trips to Europe, no Disney World. Save that for later. That saves you $3,000 to $5,000 a year. Stop buying new clothes unless you absolutely need them. Stop buying new furniture. Stop upgrading your phone every year. Stop buying the latest gadgets. Stop decorating your house. Stop all the random spending that adds up to thousands of dollars a year, you go into survival mode, you go into wealth building mode. Every dollar you save goes toward the mortgage. Look at your car situation. Are you driving a car with a $500 or $600 payment? Sell it, buy a reliable used car for cash. That frees up $500 to $600 a month right there. I know people who are struggling to pay their mortgage, but they're driving a brand new $50,000 SUV. That's insanity. Drive a 10-year-old Honda or Toyota. It'll get you from point A to point B just fine. Save the fancy car for when you're Diptree. Look at your housing situation. Are you living in more house than you need? Maybe you have a 4-bedroom house and it's just you and your spouse. Rent out 2 of those bedrooms. You could bring in $1,000 to $2,000 a month, depending on your market. I know it's not ideal. I know you value your privacy, but you know what? For 5 to 7 years, you can sacrifice some privacy to gain financial freedom for the rest of your life. That's a trade I'd make every single time. Look at your insurance. When's the last time you shopped around for car insurance, home insurance, life insurance? You could probably save $100 to $200 a month just by switching providers or increasing your deductibles. Look at your phone plan. Do you really need unlimited data? Can you switch to a cheaper provider? That could save you $50 to $100 a month, add it all up. Subscriptions, $850 saved. Eating out, $500 saved. Expensive. Vacations, $300 a month saved when averaged out. Random shopping and upgrades, $200 saved. Car payment, eliminated, $550 saved. Room rental, $1,200. Extra income, insurance and phone, $150 saved. That's $3,050 a month. Right. There, without even trying that hard, that's enough to pay off your mortgage in 7 years. But we're not done. The second way you find the money is by increasing your income. You get a side hustle. You work overtime. You ask for a raise. You start a business on the side. You do whatever it takes to bring in more money. If you work a regular 9-to-5 job, you work a second job in the evenings or on weekends. I know you're tired after work. I know you want to relax and watch TV, but you know what? You're going to have plenty of time to relax when you're mortgage free. For the next 5 to 7 years, you're going to work your butt off. Step 2, sit down tonight with your spouse or partner if you have one and go through your entire budget line by line. I mean, every single expense. Find $500 to $1,000 in cuts. Cancel subscriptions. Commit to cooking at home. Stop unnecessary spending. This is not negotiable. You need to find money to attack the principal. Step 3, calculate exactly how much extra you can pay toward principal ever. Why? Month. Be realistic, but be aggressive. Even if it's only $200 or $300 to start, commit to it. Write it down. Make it a goal and set up an automatic payment so the money goes to your mortgage before you can spend it on something else. Step 4, within the next week, start researching side hustle options. What skills do you have? What can you do to earn extra money? Make a plan to bring in an additional $500 to $1,000 a month minimum. Then execute that plan. Start the side hustle within 30 days. Step 5, commit right now that every windfall, every bonus, every tax refund, every unexpected money goes to the mortgage. Make this a rule in your household, no exceptions. This is how you make massive progress in short bursts. Step 6, create a visual tracker for your mortgage payoff. Get a poster board or use a spreadsheet. Every month, write down your remaining balance, watch it go down. Celebrate the milestones. Paid off $10,000, celebrate. Down to $300,000, celebrate. This keeps you motivated when it gets hard. Step 7, get everyone in your household on the same page. Your spouse, your kids, if they're old enough to understand. Everyone needs to know the goal and everyone needs to be committed. This is a family mission. You're working together to achieve financial freedom. Have family meetings, talk about progress, make it a shared goal. Step 8, set calendar reminders to review your progress every quarter. Every 3 months, look at how much you've paid down. Look at how much interest you've saved. Look at how much closer you are to freedom. Adjust your strategy if needed. Can you find more money to pay? Can you start a different side hustle that pays better? Keep optimizing. That's it. 8 steps. This is your roadmap. This is how you do it. This is how you pay off a 30-year mortgage in 5 to 7 years. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. The path is clear. You just have to have the discipline and the commitment to walk it. I've been investing for over 40 years. I've built multiple businesses. I've been on Shark Tank for years, investing in hundreds of companies. I've made millions. I've lost millions. I've seen every financial strategy you can imagine. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that getting out of debt, especially mortgage debt, is one of the best investments you can make in your life. It's better than investing in stocks. It's better than investing in real estate. It's better than almost anything because it gives you freedom, and freedom is the ultimate form of wealth. Debt is a wealth killer. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you stressed. It keeps you from taking the risks that lead to real wealth. It constrains your options. It limits your life. Getting rid of it, especially getting rid of your biggest debt, which is your mortgage, changes everything. So here's my final challenge to you. If this makes sense, if you're ready to get serious about becoming debt-free, if you're ready to pay off your mortgage decades early and build real wealth, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, hit that subscribe button. Join this community of people who are building wealth, destroying debt, and taking control of their financial futures. We're building something special here. People who aren't afraid to work hard, make sacrifices, and do what it takes to win. Second, smash that like button so more people can see this strategy and learn how to get out of debt fast. And third, leave a comment below. Tell me your situation. How much do you owe on your mortgage? What's your interest rate? Are you going to implement this strategy? What's your biggest challenge? Let me know. I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. Your comment might inspire someone else to take action. Remember, you don't have to be in debt for 30 years. You don't have to make the bank rich. You don't have to hand over hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. You can pay off your mortgage in 5 to 7 years if you're willing to make sacrifices, work hard, and stay disciplined. That's the secret. Cut expenses ruthlessly, increase income aggressively, pay extra, principal religiously, make lump sum payments whenever possible, stay focused on the goal, and in 5 to 7 years, you're free. You own your house, you have no mortgage payment, and your life changes forever. Now go make it happen. Stop making excuses. Stop saying you'll do it later. Start today. Your future self will thank you. Drive for Uber or Lie FT on Friday and Saturday nights. You can make $200 to $400 a weekend. That's $800 to $1,600 a month. Deliver food with DoorDash or Uber Eats during dinner rush. Make $15 to $25 an hour. Do it 4 nights a week for 3 hours a night, and you're bringing in another $800 to $1,200 a month. Freelance your skills. Are you good at writing, graphic design, web development, accounting? Whatever your skill is, freelance it on